This is Module 6, End of Module Review, page 4. Number 4. Megan measures 12 jump ropes. Her measurements are recorded in the table below. Letter A. Make a line plot of the jump rope data. Explain your choice of scale. To start, I'm going to make a number line. I'm going to mark 2 endpoints. Then I'm going to look at my jump rope data and find the shortest number or the smallest number. The smallest number I see is 62. So I will have 62 be my first endpoint. Then I'm going to look for the biggest number, which is 63 and 1/2. So that will be my last endpoint. I notice when I look at all the data that there are fourths, which tells me as a scale that I should count by fourths. So I'm going to continue to count 62, 62 and 1/4, 62 and 2/4, 62 and 3/4, then a whole number, 63. Last I have 63 and 1/4. That's last because 63 and 1/2 is equivalent to 63 and 2/4. So I'm also going to change 62 and 2/4 into 62 and 1/4. Excuse me, 1/2. Underneath all those measurements, I'm going to write inches because these are measured in inches. Next, I will plot my data. So I have 63 and 1/4, that gets an X. 62 and 3/4 gets an X. 63 and 1/4 gets an X. 63 gets an X. And I'm continuing by just going through the graph and putting X's for each of the measurement lengths of the jump ropes. There is my data plotted on my graph. Notice that there are no X's above 62 and 1/2. The last thing I need to do, the last two things I need to do are come up with a title. So I'm going to call this line plot lengths of jump ropes. And I'm going to make sure that I put 1x equals 1 rope. Letter B. How many more jump ropes measured 62 and 3/4 inches than both 62 and 63 inches combined? To start, I need to find out how many jump ropes were 62 and 63 inches combined. When I look at 62, I see that there are 2 X's. 63 has 1 X. When I put those two together, combined, these have 3 jump ropes that measure 62 and 63 inches. Next, I can find how many more jump ropes are 62 and 3/4 inches. 62 and 3/4 inches has 4 X's above it. So I'm going to write that 4 down. When I hear the words, how many more, that tells me to compare. When I compare, I need to subtract. 4 minus 3 equals 1. So I can say 1 jump rope is, actually, we should say that in a different way. 1 more jump rope is 62 and 3/4 inches. Looking back at letter A, I did skip a part that explains why I chose that scale. Make sure you think about why we decided to count by fourths on letter A and write about on your own why we chose to count by fourths.